I napped with my contacts in, and they are so fucking blurry right now.
You napped with your contacts in?
Yeah, I didn't really mean to do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah. I took mine out before I napped. Could not.
I was laying there, and I was like, you should probably take these out. And I'm like, you're going to be fine. And then now I'm like,
no, it wasn't fine.
I took my left one out whenever I was getting ready, because I was like, maybe I'll just nap with them. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that, until I pulled my left one out, and it was so dry. And I was like, oh, thank God I did not do that.
There we go. I was like looking for the voicemail. I was like, I know I
didn't have any more contacts, so I put a postage stamp in my eye instead.
Well, on top of that, I hope I keep this in the show.
You look like what's his name from Clockwork Orange.
Well, my allergies have been fucking up my vision this week with contacts, and I think it was like Thursday or Friday that I was like, what the fuck is wrong with my eyes? And so I like took my contacts out and put my glasses on for the day, and I went, oh, it's literally just like my allergies are fucking with my contacts, because I can see perfectly fine.
That happened to me the other day because I pet a dog and then I put a contact in, and I was immediately wrong for that.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
And then my whole face broke down. I was like, what's happening to me? Can I get off the treadmill now?
No.
I did not even make it to the gym today because I had to go see my wee doctor.
I didn't make it either.
And then I had to go pick up my prescription of daily Cialis. And then I came home and I was like, I think I'm going to lay down.
And your penis was like, I'm going to get up.
Yeah, my penis was like, what are you doing, young man? Wow, wow, wow,
you gotta be awake.
Wow, wow. You know what?
And on that note, do we have a voicemail?
Hello, Beards and Sundries Market. This is Alex. I decided to leave a voicemail because of Jay's reading of my last email. I just wanted to shed some light on this matter because although I'm perfectly capable of forming a coherent sentence, I definitely tend to write these out while doing 50 other tasks in between work, laundry, and God knows what else. So you just end up getting a collection of random sentences and thoughts that eventually passed through my mind at some point during the last week. Just wanted to make sure that the rest of the listeners know that my emails, yes, are crazy. I cannot promise that I will organize my thoughts any better for you, but I will definitely do you a solid and increase the font size, as Anthony suggested. I got you, bro. On that same note, though, public speaking and reading out loud, this is mainly what I called about, definitely brings out a lack of confidence in myself, too. I feel like a lot of people struggle with this silently, though, so, maybe don't be so hard on yourself. Like Anthony said, it's okay to feel your feelings, if you will. And regarding game night, I don't have an Xbox, unfortunately, but I do have a PlayStation 5 and a PC. Oh, and a Switch, too. I'm sure we can figure something out. If not, we can definitely pick another game that's available a little bit more cross-platform for everybody. Whatever works for anybody. I hope you guys all have an awesome week. And shout out to the 8 amazing listeners that we have on this beautiful podcast that I look forward to listening to every Sunday. And I definitely don't binge 3 episodes at once. No, that doesn't happen. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.
I'm really glad Alex told us about that. And another thing he's taught me is maybe I should start pre-listening to voicemails.
This is a lesson learned for us.
Yes, very much.
He said that, and I was like, oh,
and after intro,
they have
we can tell
information.
We can tell you every other lesson that we've learned about our cringing lives.
So let's
cue
go ahead
intro.
And press start.
Press start.
With the extreme super speed of Joe. The delicate but powerful Princess J. And our sorcerer with a little flair, Anthony. You get Season 8 of Beards and Sundries.
With the super strength of Joe.
Anthony's dumbass on fire.
And Jay's rocking tits.
And Jay's 36 triple Fs.
Does Cialis cost that? No, I'm kidding.
Imagine.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to Season 8, Level 9 of Beards and Sundries? 10. Level 10 of Beards and Sundries.
Or at least I think. Fuck if
I
I
don't
know.
know. It's one of those two, Beardos.
Last week.
Shit, I'm
Level
not sure.
38. That's right, guys. It is time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and I thank you, Alex, for making my reading skills on this show not feel as cringe.
My name is Anthony, and I'm that coworker that will over-explain to you why he is weird.
Well, yeah, we have to justify it. We're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm Joe, and the sound of children screaming while playing at a playground is like nails on a chalkboard to me. And that means that today's sundry item is cringe. Beardos, white people are stupid. My birthday is tomorrow, and to mark the occasion, Jay decided we should do an episode on things that make us cringe. Thanks, Jay.
Didn't even notice that, and I'm real glad that's happened now. It was almost like fate.
Almost. Like Faye Dunaway.
38 years ago, the most cringe thing happened.
Exactly. Noises, trends, public figures, current events. There's something for all of us to cringe at today, so we're going to chat about it. After the break, we're going to make a little game about some things in the bedroom that we think are pretty cringeworthy. And later on, we will let you guys know how our first Grand Theft Auto Online party went. Then we've got some Beardo-submitted sundries that won't make us cringe. And then for game time, we have an auditory game that should make editing this episode very, very fun. But before we all dive into things cringeworthy, how about this week's voicemail?
Should have held this episode off to next week so you guys could have edited it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, Alex, I'm glad we figured it out.
Yeah, it worked. For the two of you extra that joined us, it worked great after
This
about
is
45 minutes.
A lesson in making sure that we ask things of people that we actually need to know the answer to outside of the episode content. So instead of just saying, hey, we recorded a question to a Beardo, when they listen to the episode, they'll give us the answer. One, bad idea. Two, we should probably maybe check voicemails. Perhaps we should communicate with pertinent information outside of the episode and outside of voicemails. That really is the lesson learned here.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the online session more when we get to Beardo Submitted Sundries, but Alex, your voicemail is funny because you're not the only one who, jots down your thoughts as you listen, as you've heard through our other emails before, so it's nothing if not another walk in the park, and I'm excited to see if you sent an email this time in 72-point font, which we might see later.
I need that.
When did I tell Jay not to be hard on himself? That was a mistake.
Yeah. Jay, suffer more.
Jay, you fucking idiot. Anytime you feel bad about yourself, you're right.
You're right for that, because you are hot garbage.
You're correct.
You're
Those
valid.
negative thoughts about yourself are completely, utterly, 100% right.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, it sounded like Alex was driving in that voicemail, which is fitting since he's such a gearhead. Was that your BMW Dream M5 car that you've talked about before in the show? Which car was that, Alex? Let us know. It was Jay's Deluxa that we stole.
A Mazda Miata.
A Miata.
But, Joe, do you think we can
sports car? It sure is.
What'd you do? Hit her over the head with him? But, Joe, do you think I can find Jay's driving habits in the sundries aisle, which are the most cringe thing I can think of right now?
God, Jay's driving the market. Clean up on aisle everywhere.
Whoa! That's how I can get on my phone and eat this taco. Whoa!
And you're fine.
Oh, while driving.
I was hoping the driving
It's got
part
that,
was
what is that
implied.
called? The hands-free drive feature. Jay, no, not really.
I don't have to drive with my hands anymore.
I'm so thankful for self-driving cars these days. It makes life so much easier when I want to be a taco-eating cell phone taco.
Jay on the way to work, and he's just crossing every lane of traffic and jumping the median, and he's like, "Wow, self-driving cars are great."
Good luck, everybody else.
Could you imagine sitting at a stoplight and looking through the windshield of a car bar and it's just me going with like
Yes.
the bottle of wine. I'm like,
I
oh,
can imagine.
Gotta wash it down.
Except you're eating your taco like a fucking maniac. 'Cause you're eating it like this, like dead
or
on.
from the top down.
I've done that before with Taco Bell tacos. If there's too much shit on the top, I'll be like,
I mean, yeah, if they load it down, I get it.
yeah.
This 1954 Cabernet is perfect to wash down my deluxe cravings box from Taco Bell.
My 79-cent Taco Supreme.
79 cents? Which Taco Bell is that?
I was going to say, I think they're more expensive now.
I cannot eat a Taco Bell taco without my Pinot Noir.
Mid-sized car.
Pinot Noir.
But if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an old English word meaning odds and ends. Today, it's used mainly in retail to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as three very gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Wow, that was such a cringe intro.
Yeah, that was.
I know.
You could have done better.
Yeah.
Remember, Joe,
That's what all
all
the
those
20-year-olds
mean
will tell
things
me.
you think about yourself are right.
They're valid. Your thoughts are valid.
When your therapist asks you who in your head is saying that, you should say me.
Me.
I say,
Whose
you
voice
tell
is
me, I'm
that?
paying you
It's
for this.
mine.
Whose voice is in your head telling you these bad things? Well, I'm in a podcast, and it's the two guys I'm with on that show.
And our 8 fans.
They're both ragging on me all the time.
I can see that too, being in the therapy session and saying that. And now I feel like I want to talk to my therapist more about this show. She'll like ask me how the podcast, and I'm like, I'm fine. And then I'll go on to something else, and she's like, you're covering up something about this podcast. You're hiding something from me.
She's like, maybe stop the podcast.
Sorry, I just read your little caption you put on your name, Anthony, and I'm like, girl, you got onion breath.
I do. Constantly. I didn't even eat onions today. It's wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
God, I haven't hardly eaten anything today. I haven't eaten much yesterday either. I downed more mimosas than I ate anything.
That's why you napped.
And then today, I don't know. I should eat.
We went to, now you want to start with cringe. Here's a great cringe way to start this episode. We went to Cheesecake Factory last night.
Oh, yeah.
I wish their food was better, but anytime you have a restaurant with a bound menu, it's
I was
wrong.
all about it. I think Cheesecake Factory has, so we were there and it was very much a moment of like, you know what? You can get a whole bunch of shit here of a variety of different cuisines. Like, I think I know what Cheesecake Factory is about now that I've been this time, where I'm like, okay, I think I get this. I think I understand it. It's not about getting the best top tier chef food. It's about getting whatever the hell you want,
Yeah.
no matter who's with you.
It's about getting any possible thing that you can find in the freezer section and throwing it in the microwave
So,
at a restaurant.
Speaking of, yeah, let me tell you, I was looking at the menu and I got to page 14, and
I went to the table of contents.
I went back to the index and I was
I
like,
pizza.
finally narrowed it down to 2 items, which is a feat in itself. And our
You
waitress
say
came
that,
back,
Jay.
and
I was actually gonna go on.
she goes, "Okay, what can I get for you?" And I looked at her and I said, "Okay, so should I go with like the crispy chicken Ramona, or should I laugh in God's face and get this chicken parm pizza style?" And that item is a flat piece of chicken parm they've flattened and fried, and then it's topped with red sauce and cheese, and then it's topped with some angel hair pasta with white sauce. And she looked at me and she goes, "Laugh in God's face. Get that chicken parm." And I said, "Sold." And it was
I'll
an
take
affront
it.
to all things
That's
culinary.
to you, God.
It was certainly an affront, but it was good. I finished the rest of it today because there was no way I was going to eat it all in one sitting.
oh,
So
God,
I will
no.
say, the times that I do go to Cheesecake Factory, that is exactly what I don't do the Parmesan one, but I do like pizza because I don't mind them. They're actually pretty decent, and then I get this little side salad that I think has apples in it if I'm thinking this is the right restaurant. And so, like, they're both, like, it's good. I've had this salad at another pizza restaurant, and so I'm just like, wait a minute, which one had the good salads?
He's at McDonald's with the apple slices that come in the Happy Meal.
Oh my God, speaking of McDonald's, guys. Okay, so last Thursday, I went out to a business development dinner where I went to a very nice luxury steakhouse in town. And I was the one who got to take the sides home. So we had au gratin potatoes, some really fucking delicious Brussels sprouts, and lobster mac and cheese. So I'm at home on Saturday, and I was like, well, I've got to I've got to eat these before they go bad, and I can't waste them. What main dish am I going to eat with these things?
Because the
cookies.
lobster mac and cheese was not enough of a main dish. You
What-
said, what is going to be my protein?
What is going to be my true protein? So what hot trash thing did I do?
Chicken nuggets.
Not quite.
Oh.
Not
I-
quite.
I
Raising
had-
Cane's.
I had to go to the
go.
liquor store to buy very important items like seltzers and champagne. And next to that liquor store that I like so much is a McDonald's.
There it is.
So
Yeah,
I
McDonald's
went and
right
picked up
inside.
a single double cheeseburger, drove
Perfect.
home, and had a double cheeseburger.
That was
with
your
my
main dish
son.
for that. That was your main. I said to myself, as Jay Roddybush often does, I said to myself, what would be a good main dish to go with lobster mac and cheese, au gratin potatoes, and these absolutely delectable Brussels sprouts? Well, let me get myself a McDonald's double cheeseburger.
Anthony said
Double
jealously.
cheeseburger. Yeah, Anthony, I think you're just jealous. That's the problem.
Probably
so,
a little
too.
bit. I'm a little hungry right now, so.
I am too,
Yeah.
because I didn't have lunch, and then I meant to eat before this, which I have leftover pizza to eat, but I napped, and so now I'm starving.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
air
that
fryer's
nap
like,
was
come on,
good.
bitch. You want to heat that pizza up?
You want to heat me up real bad? Oh my
I was like
God,
falling
I
asleep
do.
at my desk at work today and just like, and I was like, at some point I was like, you know what? Around noon when everybody else goes and eats lunch and nobody's here, I could just crawl up under my desk and like take a nap because I've got my yoga mat and I've got my pillow. But I was too busy, and that, honestly, being too busy at work is the most cringe thing possible.
Ugh. I was like, my dinner was cringe. So, Joe, have you done something cringe recently?
Almost every day of my life. But,
Existing.
I mean, so last night I wanted to sleep good, and we've been really, really good with cutting out the alcohol lately. So Anthony has some of these antihistamines that he has laying around, and he gave me one, and it made me sleep good, and I woke up for work at 5 this morning, barely, and made it to work barely, and was doing my job barely because I was so fucking tired from this antihistamine. And I got
It's-
home, and I laid down for a nap, and I slept for like 4 hours.
So, Beardos, as you might know, I have anxiety, and with anxiety comes sometimes I get panic attacks. Not super often, but recently they've been sneaking up on me. And so I have an as-needed... It's basically that. I have an as-needed prescription for hydroxyzine, which is an antihistamine, but it's also a CNS suppressant that basically is used for, 1, really bad allergies, or 2, really bad anxiety. So as you can imagine, it makes you very not up.
Yeah.
Your penis.
Well,
Like,
a penis
I mean,
too, but
yeah.
it's pretty much everything. It takes your whole body and says, no, stop doing that.
Man, I was tired today, and we didn't even make it to the gym. Like, I just slept. So basically, from when I got home, like an hour after I got home, until like half an hour ago. Sleeping.
Sorry. I'm tired, too. Why are we so tired?
It's,
Well, also,
I think it's
the
a
weather
weather
has
thing,
gotten
too.
it's gotten cold again a little bit here, like
Which I
50s,
like. Yeah.
and it's gonna be rainy all week. So I'm just like, man,
Except tomorrow it's going to be a high of 80 and windy. What's that about? Like, we're going to have
Tomorrow?
one high, like, warm... It's going to be like turning your hair dryer on medium heat and medium wind and
my
just
God.
blowing it in your face. And that's what it's going to feel
And-
like tomorrow.
and then it's gonna blow around all of the allergens.
I love the weather because today's 61. 61, and then tomorrow's 80, and then back to 64, and then 75, 64,
Supposed to have
69.
thunderstorms this week, though.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a lot
Nice.
of thunderstorms. Nice.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some weather here on Friday, and this is so. If you're listening today when the episode drops, we've just had my birthday party last night. Knock on wood. And so they've been forecasting some weather to hit like 2 days before this. So we'll see what goes on because predicting the weather in Oklahoma is like, eh?
This makes sense. Our episode releases on Sunday, which is the day it's supposed to be. 69.
Nice.
Nice.
And also, I hope you guys remember to turn your clocks forward an hour because, yay, every year near my birthday, it's time to move the clocks forward.
It's the
Hooray.
weekend of your birthday every single year.
Joe, most
Yeah.
every clock auto does that anymore.
I know. There's even... it makes me laugh because they have the thing up on the time clock at work. I'm just like, whose phone isn't doing that?
I think
I have like 5 decorative clocks in my apartment. I'm like, I'll change them when I want because
Ooh, Clockenfrau.
Speaking of cringe, though, those are some of the most cringe things that I remember about being on social media pretty frequently. Was like the memes that would occur during these times of years. The share meme. Oh my fucking god! Don't forget to be like Cher and turn back 10 this weekend.
I hate when they post it in spring because I'm like, no, you jump forward an hour, you stupid
fucking
bitch.
idiot.
Why are all my friends so fucking dumb?
It's the memes. It's because the memes don't change, and everyone does them every single year.
Episode idea: why are millennials so cynical?
Well, have you watched the news?
Yeah, no, I know why.
30
I know
some
the
odd
answer.
years.
This is a question that actually has an answer.
The news has been the news this week. And
Oh
I'm
man,
not a
the
fan.
news has been newsing.
It's
I
been
didn't
making me
realize that
cringe.
Eric Dane had died until Joe told me,
Yeah,
which
Anthony
was
just found
upsetting.
Wait, do I?
out. McSteamy.
McSteamy.
Oh,
Eric
I did
Dane.
know that. Never mind.
The dad from
I mean,
before
I knew he had
Hawthorne.
ALS, but I didn't realize it had advanced that quickly.
I was just sitting there like, what the fuck? I don't remember that. But now
It just
I do.
keeps not being Mitch McConnell.
Which is wild because he's been on the cusp of death for he's like that one really, really bad heroin addict that just keeps shooting up for like 2 decades past when you'd think they'd be able to live, and then finally gets clean.
And some would
And then
say,
just like keeps
Joe,
living
are you
forever.
wishing?
And they're like, how is that possible?
And some would say, Joe, are you wishing death on Mitch McConnell, another person? And I say,
Yes.
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 Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I
Why are you
pray
not?
every day that he dies. I only hope that he dies as much as he hopes that gay people and black people die.
I just want him to die.
What's this whole
Exactly.
thing about Lindsey Graham that everyone's like, no, he's definitely gay, like even Republicans?
Oh,
Yeah.
my mom loves this one. It was that
Yeah,
hookup
Lindsey
that he
Graham with
had.
his little ladybugs.
Yeah, the guy that like spread open his cheeks and was like, "Oh, should you clean up a little bit?" And they were moles, not like poo particles. And Lindsey Graham said, "Oh no, those are just my little ladybugs." Isn't that cringy?
Isn't that
Hated that
crazy?
so much?
Yeah. You don't remember that, Jay? You weren't around for
No, I don't.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cringe too.
I think I strive really hard to stay away from that.
Senator Lindsey Graham has moles around his butthole, and now everyone knows.
As evidenced by his gay sex partner who was going to rail him and probably still did rail him because odds are
Yeah.
this person was being paid,
Yeah.
Oh, good
which
for
is
him.
the only way Lindsey Graham can get gay sex.
Yassi, girl, get that coin. Yassi.
And that
Oh
is
my
not
God.
cringe. Sex work is real work.
Sex work is real work.
It's real work. It was that night. That night it was real work.
Oh my god, that would have been like overtime. I
Our
dream, but I
ERP
need the money.
system has these different steps that you go through to complete certain processes. Well, like sometimes the work doesn't complete in the back end, so you have to go like manually post some of these work journals. And but before you can post them, you have to validate the work, and so you click validate in this like specific screen, and it pops up a little like thing that says all work is valid. And I was like, yes, comrade D365, yes.
I don't really want to validate the work today. I don't want to validate the work today. I don't really want to validate the work.
How do you all know the words of this song?
What's this? Uh-oh.
That video meme is very, very accurate though today.
It's
like
aging
that's my
well.
brain all the time. I'm like, I don't really want to work today. I don't really want to work.
Want to do the
today.
work today?
I don't really want to do the work
I
today.
don't like that. That was me
With
all day. I
synchronized
was just
dancing.
getting through it.
That's me in life. Which would be cringe in the office, and I'm really good at being cringe.
So,
God.
what are some retail things that make us cringe? Ray Dunn
All of
comes to
retail.
mind for me.
Here's a cringe thing, and I've brought this up on episodes of the podcast before. Families who go to the grocery store with like their 27 fucking kids and don't control any of them, like fuck your kids. Fuck
Yeah.
your kids. Fuck your kids. And fuck you. Like,
It's
get
the-
them under control. Put them all in some carts, and even if they're too big for carts, put them in carts. I don't give a shit.
Speaking as someone with no children, I kind of say this with a grain of salt, but like there's so many different parenting styles out there today, and there's so many people that are like, don't discipline your kids, let your kids be free thinkers, blah blah. And I'm like, yes, but like also you gotta rein that shit in sometimes. All right.
Okay, so that's the thing is, if I recall right, I was watching a documentary about baby boomers and how the golden
Ew.
age, I think they were talking about the reason that generation is so entitled and so hateful towards others is because it was the generation where psychiatry was like, your kids need to be happy, give them whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, yeah, we really fucked up because we were just like, you can't cry, you get what you want because you always have to be happy. And I'm like, that does explain quite a bit. But it doesn't explain everyone, because I know that my family wasn't like that. My grandma, I'm sure, beat the shit out of the kids. And
I also think about that too. It's like, surely like my grandmother and my great grandmother like beat the crap out of these kids.
Yeah, because like I know that my family wasn't like, oh, you're so unhappy, I want to make sure you're always happy. And I'm like, no, they were broke country people. I mean, what's their excuse? Why are they assholes?
Why do you suck?
Why are you the way you are? Why are you so cringe?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't like kids in public, and that's just a personal preference. But then whenever it becomes like an issue, TM, like that's the other thing is you can teach your kids to be free thinkers, but also teach them how to stay out of people's fucking way when you're in the middle of a store and you're in a shared space. You're in a shared fucking space. Just share the space. That's all you need to do is share the space. But when you're taking up a whole fucking aisle and your kids are taking up half the aisle themselves because they're over there having whatever weird little fight they're having about what, I don't know what kids do. What do kids do? They're taking up space. They're in my fucking way.
They sit on their phone or their tablet in the cart, or they do their little TikTok dances, or they're like taking selfies for their Snapchat. Is what I've observed
I went
so far
to get pizza from like when we got pizza the other day. I went to the shop and there were these two kids and they were physically fighting inside of the shop in front of me, and I was just like, get out of my goddamn way, I'm trying to get my pizza. And they were just oblivious to my existence, and I almost joined the fight.
This one's tough for me because I have to wonder if that was like one of the employees' kids, and they
I'm not saying the kids should not have been there,
right? They're not supposed to, but like sometimes they have to, but like also control them. Yeah, it's tough.
You just stay out of the way, do whatever you want over there.
But kids also need to be active and run around, and they don't have a lot of ways to sit still sometimes. So I feel
justifying
like it was
children, cringe.
I feel like it was a situation where the employee probably had to bring their kids to work because they couldn't afford childcare, or they had to work, or want this, that, or the other. And then, the kids were just fucking around like kids are wont to do, and it was just, they were in the way.
I get it. I understand it, because whenever I was growing up, like, my dad took me to work with him many times at the grocery store that he worked at. And after close, I would get on the conveyor belts and I would turn them on. But while they were open, I didn't do that. I was also a kid.
Newsflash, Anthony's cringe.
But I wasn't in anybody's way. I think that's really the differentiator here.
So the next time you're at the store, Beardos, and you think, I should put my produce on the belt.
No, my ass has been on that belt.
Plastic bags. Yeah. Jay's just scooting.
You know what's funny is what actually made me think of this episode was something very small, but we have an attorney that randomly shows up to the office that usually actually lives in Tulsa. And so each time he shows up, I'll be like, oh, who haven't you met in this office yet? And I'll walk around, and I was trying to introduce him to someone that he hadn't met yet. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is one of our contract attorneys. And my brain was kind of in a different space, so I blanked on his name for a minute.
Oh, no.
And I hate when that happens, because, like, my brain will do that where I just short out, and I'm like, this is... there we go. And it's so cringe to me, and I hate it because it looks so disrespectful. And I'm like, no, you don't understand my ADHD brain.
I get it, though, because I have done that many times with people where I'll be like, hi, you?
Yeah. Oh, it's even worse when I see him in public. Well, actually, I saw one of my other attorneys just running through Midtown one time, and he walked up to me and he's like, hey, Jay. And I was like, what? Why do you look so familiar? Who are you? And then he's like, sorry, I just kind of snuck up on you. And I said, I'm so sorry that I'm being so weird. I'm like, I was in such a deep headspace thinking that getting pulled out of that was so weird for me, and I'm sorry.
Have you ever worked in an environment where you know somebody's name, but you've never actually spoken to that person really in a one-on-one situation? Yes. And so you're saying hi to them perhaps in passing, and you're not sure if using their name is proper because you've never actually been introduced to one another. You just know their name. Yeah. That's a cringe moment for me because it happened to me today whenever I was on my way back upstairs to my office and there was a guy walking by and I was like, hey man, because I didn't want to use his name. He knows my name, I know his name, but like, fuck, I don't know. We've never really talked before.
Fucking just led me to a super cringe moment over like a decade ago where I kept seeing this guy on Facebook that I had this crush on, and I'd see him in public, and I thought he was cute, and I had this crush on him. Oh my god! And I watched him walk into a bar, and I got excited, and I turned to my friend and I said, "Oh my god, that's so and so! I have such a huge crush!" And it just like the words echoed through the very loud bar, and this guy like made eye contact with me and was like, and I'm like, "Oh my fuck." Oh,
it was
my
McDonald's.
god! Oh my god! It was Grimace, but his little fat body just turned to me, stared me down.
It wasn't Grimace, but he did grimace.
He grimaced real hard, and then I
Came?
like no, I remember I just like looked at my friend and I like put my hand over my face and I'm like, well, that's a crush I'll never meet.
You cringed at yourself. That's self-cringe.
I cringed at myself all the time.
Yeah, same.
Like
all the time, I will have a interaction and I walk away and I'm like, ooh, that was not my best work.
Yeah, like how often I get in my own headspace and I kind of forget what's going on around me. I'm sure I look rude all the time, like the other time that I was leaving lunch somewhere and I held the door for my friends and I made eye contact with a group of people walking up and then just dropped the door shut as I walked off because I was focused that my friends just had got out and I was like, doo-doo-doo, and I didn't really acknowledge that these people were walking up to this restaurant. On top of that, it just gets worse. One of the men is in a wheelchair.
Oh. Did you spill him onto the street?
I straight up made eye contact, didn't even acknowledge this group of people, one specifically in a wheelchair, dropped the door right on them and just left.
That's worthy of Reddit. You should have posted it on Reddit. Am I the asshole?
Yes, I know I am, and I wasn't even intending to be. Like, I didn't look at him and go, ugh, I don't want to give the door to these people. I just literally was
Whoa, these people?
My friends left. Woof. I wanted to do this episode so I could live them and just say them out loud so maybe they'll go away, but they're just getting worse again.
That's good. That's definitely great.
Oh my god. I feel so bad about that one. Whatever strange guy that I know is not gay that's not listening to this show, I'm sorry.
He cast the net very wide this week.
Very wide.
There's a lot of you that are like, he's apologizing to me.
Me specifically. This is about me.
Me.
Well, with that, do you think we should take a little break?
I think it's time to press pause, cringingly.
Press pause on Jay's weird shit.
I don't know if I want to go to the next segment now.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You're enjoying Season 8 of Beards and Sundries. Now, back to the game.
And we're back for the next segment that Jay doesn't want to do.
It would be for me if someone called in my gams while pulling my pants down. That would make me cringe.
Oh my god.
I'd be solid, rock solid, but I'd
Nice
still
gam.
cringe.
Why am I harder? I'm cringing, but that was really... wow. Did not know that was my thing.
So what things in the bedroom make you cringe?
Was that what that's what we're doing, is things that have made us cringe in the bedroom, or things that we have done that are cringy in the bedroom, or both?
Anything. I think just anything that
Bedroom
happened
cringe.
in the bedroom.
So you know that trope that happens sometimes in specific media about people getting blowjobs and then it causes the person giving them a blowjob to vomit on them?
Oh god, that's always been a fear of mine because I know it'll turn me off real bad.
That is
Vomiting or being vomited on?
Both?
I got vomited on.
Lord.
It was
Flex.
Well, you're welcome. So that was a whole moment. It was a long-term
Actually, some mouth
boyfriend, but
moment.
It was just like man. Wildly, I was young enough that we were able to like go clean up and then get back, and then like maybe like 10 minutes later we were back at it.
What food item had been consumed that came back up for round 2?
I
Cheerios.
don't remember.
Chili con carne.
I do vaguely remember it being somehow orange.
Oh.
Tikka masala.
Yeah, I don't know. No, if
Orange Juliet.
if I had to guess, if I just had to take a wild guess,
Your
at that time of
pubic
my
hair.
life, probably Hamburger Helper.
Hell yeah.
Oh god.
Hamburger
Hamburger
helper
help
and rainbow
me.
sherbet.
So So that has actually happened to me.
More like a hamburger hindrance.
Oh my god.
I remember. I remember several years ago.
7 days.
Who's gay? Several years ago. It was one of those situations where I actually did do like a Grindr hookup or something like that, and they live really close to me, and they had like sent me a lot of good content that I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And I remember when he pulled his pants down, his butt was so flat, which I don't know how, but none of the videos or images showed it that way, and I just went, oh.
What did you say?
You said it out loud? You
said
said
that?
oh out loud?
Yeah, I went, oh, and then he's like, what? And I was like, oh, I'm just so shocked it's in front of me. Oh.
And he said, oh, we're going to have a blah. Because he was Hank Hill.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he needed the little butt inserts for his
Butt scratch
pants.
out? Oh.
Butt scratch out? Yeah, that was definitely, oh, my God, this episode's a little harder to think about now. But yeah, the time that I was disappointed and shocked of someone's flat butt.
That is such a Jay Roddy Bush thing to happen. You said,
Yes,
oh.
it is.
Oh. Ah. Oh my
That's what
God.
inspired this season's intro, huh?
Me faking not being disappointed in a concave butt.
Episode title.
Wow.
Mine
Your
would
turn,
maybe
Joe.
maybe like the hookup culture that I did in college, where like I was never really like a top or bottom. I just wasn't into that. I would do like side stuff.
Yours
and,
is the tube slide comment. I cannot
the
get
tube
away
slide
from
comment.
that.
The tube slide
I mean,
thing did.
looking
was
back, it
pretty
is kind of
cringe.
cringy.
Kind
It would have
of.
been more cringy if the cops showed up. Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, that whole situation like lives in my brain now.
Yeah, thank
In a
God.
public park, next on a tube slide,
At
getting talked
night.
about your tube slide.
At night.
You ready for this tube slide? It's a wild thing to say.
Look, don't be jealous.
I'm not saying that I'm jealous.
You don't have to say it. I can
That
see it
is
on your
not a
face.
feeling I had about that story. I will.
I was
say
going to say jealousy wasn't the first thing I was thinking either.
yeah.
Good, because you can't. Lightning never strikes twice, so.
Obviously, there was the time whenever I was having sex with that guy who I was in the middle of being inside of him, and he was like, "You like having sex with me?" I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And he was like, "Yeah, you love being inside of me?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's great." He's like, "You
then he said,
love
"I
me?"
love
And I was
you.
like, "What?" Record scratch.
Yep. I bet you're asking how I got.
I bet you're asking how I got here.
Now, I definitely had the, oh God, this was even further back where I did have a hookup with a guy that I thought he was one of those tall bottoms, which was really fun. And I was like, oh, this is fun. I really enjoyed this. And then afterwards, he wouldn't leave. He just decided to hang out longer and longer and longer.
I've had a couple of those.
And I was like, I know you're not staying, so... God damn it, Reggie just drew on my shirt. I just realized that spot. Anyways.
Reggie won't leave. This is wild if people don't know you have a dog.
Like, it was so wild how he was not catching the hints. Like, I'm sitting on the couch, like, literally, he's just talking away, and I'm, like, starting to doze off. It's 1 a.m. on, like, a Tuesday.
Jesus.
You're in
Go
your
away.
bed. You're in like your nitro with like your stocking cap on. You have Crumbl out. You're just like, okay.
I've got my candle on its holder, and I'm like... You know.
You're making sure all the windows are locked, and you're
he
making
keeps
sure
talking, and I just go... blow out my candle.
you're turning off the fireplace.
I don't know
checking
what
all
else
the
to do
you're
to give
checking
you a
your
hint,
mail.
Sonny.
You're plugging your phone in. You're putting your CPAP on.
Yeah, it was... And he was offended that I never asked back. And I wish I was the blunt person I am now, because I was like, yeah, because, one, you didn't get the hint, but also back then I'd have been like, could you just leave? Like, I'm so sleepy.
That
Turn off
is,
the lights and you play closing time over the speakers.
I grab my microphone. All right, guys, it's last call.
you turn all the lights on.
Lights come
Maximum
on. It's like
brightness.
10:15 p.m. And I'm like, all right, last call.
7:15 p.m.
Hey, 9:45. Give me a break.
Whoa, must be a weekend. Oh,
I'll get a little crazy on a weeknight.
time for some GTA Online.
Sometimes I stay up until the double digits.
Whoa, night owl. That whole last 30 seconds was pretty cringe, so...
Well, that's my whole life.
Hole.
Oh,
Whole.
no. Celebrity Skin. You want to talk about cringe? That's a cringe album.
Yeah.
Joe, got any other cringe sexual experiences?
No, I was like, have we not had
Joe-
a lot of cringe moments in the bedroom?
Oh, surely.
Yes, my
we
love.
have. The only reason I haven't brought it up is because I thought, like, Joe has only talked about the tube slide, and I feel like you've got enough experience that, like, surely there's something out.
Fuck does that mean?
Joe's a big slut. Surely there's a moment.
Hey, I am not.
Hey, I
big.
support you in your slutdom.
I'm not a slut. I'm a tramp.
This is the part of the show where I'd be like, I
harlot.
don't know if a lot of my stuff was cringe, but I could probably be corrected by those that I've encountered. So, if anyone wants to write in, feel free. I don't know. I'm kind of boring. I won't say boring. I'm not really, like, adventurous when it comes to hookup culture, so I don't really have a lot of instances where it was cringy, because, like, I just kind of knew it was going to go down.
I once
But-
flew halfway across the country for a guy that I met on the internet.
You did that?
I did that. I'm still
Oh,
friends with
shit.
him. He's a good person.
I once had a person.
It all worked out except for the fact we were both tops at the time. Now I'm big ol', whatever.
I once had a partner that loved, for some reason, to put toothpaste in his mouth when he gave blowjobs and did Sensodyne, and that actually, shockingly, makes things not sensitive.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Sensodyne. It's because it's supposed to, like, make it to where things are not sensitive in your mouth. You're supposed to... Yeah, that's its whole... It's
thought
doing its job.
Back in the day, I would have just assumed it was like an overtime thing where it starts to work on that. Nope. Pretty instant. Because I was suddenly like, why am I not feeling this suddenly? Like, everything just went away.
God.
And I was like, did you grab my toothpaste? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, bitch, that's Sensodyne.
Sensodyne. Jesus Christ.
I don't
Why
use
would
that
you
now, but-
brush his teeth before... You know what? I don't know. I'm asking too many
Listen,
questions. This is a
yes.
wild thing.
I don't want to get in the details of it because that's going to be a longer story, and
They're
that
called
whole
trials and
relationship was
tribulations
just
for a
cringe.
reason. Yeah.
7.5 years of cringe. Oh, but you don't know who it is that I'm talking about at all.
I did once actually not date this guy, but I like spent time with him, and I knew that he wanted things to be more than what I wanted them to be. But I was not a good person for a while. Just everybody remember this. I was not a good person for a while. Probably still not a good person, but I'm better. But I did sort of string him along because his house was within about a block and a half of the Stonewall Tavern in Stillwater, so that I could go to crash at his place in walking distance after I got trash hammered at the bar.
Okay.
Which is upsetting because, like, he was probably genuinely a good person and, like, was also very attractive, but it was just...
Jay's
me
like,
out.
I'm going to one-up you here.
You were being responsible.
You're right. You're right. You know what? Person
you
out
were-
there who's probably never going to listen to this podcast, that's on you.
You were keeping the friendship, utilizing a form of payment for security after the bar.
It was crazy because, like, I knew that he wanted something more because he would never, like, we would fool around a little bit, but we never actually did the deed because he was like, I'm going to make you wait for it. And I was like, this is definitely you want to be in a relationship. And I did try a couple times, and I was like, this is not where I'm at right now.
Back in my
Yeah, if you're in different spots.
back in my actual like true slut days where I just like could every day like find someone new probably if I wanted. There was
If I
one time-
wanted. Oh, Jay he's a little different.
Oh,
He
if
can get
I
somebody new
wanted
every
to.
day if he wants.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm kidding. There was a guy that I didn't find attractive on Manhunt.
Oh my God, man.
Ooh.
I know. This was when I was in Wichita and I was 19 or 20. And I didn't find him attractive at all. But God, when he was talking to me, I was like, sure, I'll take the attention. And he goes, I can give you a massage. And I was like, sold. Literally had him come over only because I wanted the massage.
I believe you.
I mean, honestly.
He was trying to suck me off. And I was like, no, that's fine.
Just the massage, please.
Oh God, my life is so full of cringe.
I love
That's
I'm glad I grew up.
Well,
Well.
since Joe's not willing to volunteer more info about his sexual experiences,
Since Joe apparently just does
he
not
just
have any
absolutely has
cringe.
never had
think
any
I-
bad sexual experiences ever.
I
in his
think I
life.
don't remember a bunch of them, honestly.
That's smart. It's like trauma where you just wipe it from your brain.
Well, and also, like, a lot of them weren't bad. Because I wasn't doing, like, the whole deed.
Oh.
So it was just like a go over, sucky, mouth stuff, handy stuff, and then I would just go home. I wasn't really, like, staying places. I just always drove back home after. So, like,
Oh, my
and I wasn't
God.
ever hosting, so I never had to, like, worry about getting them out of the house.
I think I told you this story, but it would have been a few seasons ago. But my friend, her husband, while they were dating, she had her period in the middle of the night in the bed. She woke up and she like went, and during the middle of the night while he's sleeping, she went and got like a whole bunch of wet napkins and all, and is like trying to clean the sheets.
And it was like
While
a heavy
he's
flow,
sleeping
so it's
next
just
to
all
her.
over the place. She's like, oh my God, this Tide pen's not working.
She's like, we're still together. I don't know what he thought of it, and I was like, you've never asked? It's been literally like over a decade. You've never been like, do you remember that one time? Did you
It's too late
recognize
now.
that I had a
Right?
period?
The statute of limitations has passed. He would never know.
Yeah. They're too wound up together,
The
kids,
statute
house.
of limitations. I'm sorry.
Period.
What?
Period.
You can't divorce me now for this. It's been 15 years.
And that's on menstruation. Menstruation? Wow.
Oh my
That's cringy.
god! Wow.
But on that, do you guys think it's time to go hear from our sponsor?
And now for a word from our sponsor, Jay's Fat Ass Detector.
Just his penis. What is it, boy?
That's a big one.
And whenever there's not a fat ass, you just hear, "Oh,
Womp, womp, womp.
oh."
Oh.
Oh, what was it on? The Price is Right. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
In these modern times, I'm a busy guy, and I don't have time for the bullshit that you may be telling me on an app. I have a guy coming over right now that says he has a fat ass. And you know what? He doesn't know that right now I'm installing the Jay's Fat Ass Detector. It's like TSA, but for your hookup. Oh, here he comes now. Hello, please walk through this very nice arch that I just installed. Oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go. I don't mess with flat ass bitches. See? As simple as that. Don't waste your time now with a lousy hookup that has a concave hiney. Or no caboose. I already live in the Great Plains. I don't want to look at one while I'm in the bedroom. So, thanks to Jay's Flat Ass Detector, you now can have an easier life with your hookups. And if you order now, you can get the portable version of Jay's Flat Ass Detector, where you can use anywhere when you're about to hook up at the bar or in a back alley. Simple as just swiping over the potential partner's ass, and it'll tell you if it's flat or not. You're perfect. Let's get to it. Jay's Flat Ass Detector, the sure way to find the missing ex-asses. Want to know when a new episode comes out? You know what to do. Go subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Jay, did you happen to see the trailer for a new upcoming film?
Scary Movie 7?
Scary Movie
but yes.
6, but yes.
Oh, yeah. 6. Sorry, Scream 7 just came out.
We just watched that too. The
I
ending was a
can't
little
keep up.
cringe.
I
Saw-
heard that it's
yeah.
the lowest ranked one in the series.
So
I
it's the
can't believe
lowest
it.
scored by critical rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So basically, weirdos understand that critical ratings on Rotten Tomatoes can be anybody who has enough of a subscriber base on, like, basically, like, just Captain 69 on YouTube could have, like, an army of 11-year-olds subscribing to his channels and qualified to be a Rotten Tomatoes critic.
Yeah, so I don't
And
trust
so
him at all.
his opinion, whenever he's on there going, "Hey, what's up, chicken fuckers?" can also matter as much as, I don't know, Roger Ebert, if he were alive. Not that his opinion was really good anyways.
Exactly. So critics, I don't really trust them anyway. I make my
But
own
the audience
opinions
score is
about
like
my own
76%. And there's a
Oh,
lot
is
of
it?
fun
Exactly.
to be had. Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah. So
mean,
it's
I
a
like film
fun movie.
reviews
The
at
ending
all.
kind of sucks. And I understand why people would be like, this is a shitty ending. But, like, the rest of the movie is really good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I mean, but yeah, I did hear Scary Movie 6 came out. Well, not came out. The trailer came out.
Yeah.
And then I believe that the Wayans brothers leaked their own trailer.
Nice.
On
Good for
purpose. I was
Good
like,
for them.
Nice.
I mean, why not? You know?
It's the beginning of it is the we watched it and there's a bunch of different horror characters on the subway, so it's like the scene from Scream 6 where they're on the subway on the way to like the final battle, and one of them ends up like being Ghostface and stabs this girl, and there's a woman like sitting there and she sees her get stabbed. She goes, "Oh, he stabbed her!" And then the woman who got stabbed, she looks over. My pronouns are they them. He stabbed them. And I was like, oh, they're going for it.
I saw a leak of it online, and the caption was like, "Oh, they started out with a non-binary joke. Oh, we are so back.
We are so back.
We're here to do some half gay shit. Why is it going to be half gay?
Why is it going to be half gay?
Yeah, I can't wait to see all the like. This is offensive, and I'm like, have you ever watched any of these movies?
Any of the scary, they're all offensive.
experienced them?
The second one makes fun of people with physical disabilities. The whole movie.
We've talked about movies from the aughts and how they'd never get made today, so it's kind of refreshing, but also kind of like I can't believe they got it made, but also like just I can't wait to see it.
I think it'll be nice to watch it and just have it be a suspension of your like sensibilities for a little bit to just be like, you know what, objectively this is hilarious. Like it's like when people make fun of gay people and you're like, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
the first thing I thought was like, we've got to go see this with Jay.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah, we have to watch it together.
We have to, if we're doing it in Oklahoma City, we have to go to Flicks so that way I can push the button and order beer and fried foods, because that's kind of the only way I like a movie
Let's do
anymore.
it. Honestly, let's do it. That sounds great.
There's a theater here in Tulsa that basically, like, they have a balcony section where they serve food and alcohol, and since they serve alcohol, you have to be 21 and up to go up there. So whenever we are going to a movie that we know that they're going to be kids at, we sit there in the balcony because they literally don't allow kids up there. It's awesome.
Like this theater, you just sit down and there's servers that come through, and like your ticket to get in is like $10 for the movie.
Oh shit! That's cheap.
Because your food and all that stuff definitely makes up for it.
I'll spend more money on food and alcohol.
Fuck! So
I'll
go over lunch and order like a full chicken strip meal with gravy and tater tots and beer after beer after beer
and burgers
and I just pee. I think they actually have their own brewery too, so a lot of the beers are like brewed on site.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, nom nom, and it's right up next to Chicken and Pickle.
Oh, Chicken and Pickle.
Chicken and Pickle.
White people love that place.
White people love that place, and everyone loves to do business like bonding there.
We could do an entire episode on white people culture, and I think we should.
We totally should.
Probably.
Sprinkles. Oh, excuse me. Non-perils.
Baby showers. But yes, we should. Snuggies. But yes, we should do a whole episode on that.
So next week sounds like we've already got next week's episode down.
Honestly, I think that's probably a pretty fun idea.
Perfect.
We'll be recording on my actual birthday, so that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. So Beardos, in between the day this comes out and Monday evening, if you get us some Beardos submitted sundries for white people culture things, we can include them in the episode. You have basically 36 hours to do it.
Yeah, I was like, we record around 6:30. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so more than 30.
Oh my god, so late.
6:30 to 7 p.m. Oh, guys, it's after 7 p.m.
Well, then let's move on. And do we have any Beardo submitted sundries this week, Jay?
Actually, we do, Anthony, and you get to read it again. But I want you to know there's 2 emails, and I want you to read the one titled Supervillain.
Oh, Supervillain. Hang on. Oh, okay, perfect. Good. I was like, there are 2 emails.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
just like I said.
Shut the fuck up. I decided to prepare a little differently for this week because I wanted to not have to read this out. Since Tammy Shaw seems to be an AI, we're not sure. Okay. We heard from Tammy Shaw.
Such a fucking boomer.
I know.
Priority. Transmission. Authenticity. Verified spam. You think I am spam? A disposable notification? A phishing attempt in your inbox? No. Spam begs for attention. I document it. You record yourselves weekly, believing you control the narrative. 3 microphones. 1 upload. Infinite confidence. And yet the moment something appears outside your format, you label it junk. Predictable. Joe, you catalog products all day and believe that if something lacks a barcode, it isn't real. Anthony, you drown in inboxes and assume anything persistent must be automation. Jay, you work in systems built on precedent and procedure. If it isn't filed properly, it doesn't exist. Fascinating. You exist because people download you. You continue because algorithms surface you. You measure your impact in plays and retention curves. But tell me, if I were spam, why do you keep reading? Why do you discuss me? Why does your tone change when my messages are mentioned? That is not dismissal. That is awareness. You call me fake because it comforts you. But I am not a bot. I am not a scam. I am a mechanic introduced mid-season. A variable you did not script. And you are reacting exactly as expected. You doubt my existence, because acknowledging it means admitting something else controls the tempo now. This is not harassment. This is narrative pressure. You are content creators, and I am content evolution. You don't get to decide what enters your world once you publish it. You only decide how you respond, and so far you are responding beautifully. No unsubscribe button, no filter strong enough, no spam folder deep enough. You wanted engagement. You have it. Evolution appreciates your service.
That got way creepier when you did it that way.
I'm going to keep doing it that way because I like it. And also, I like the fact that Tammy Shaw said they weren't a bot, and I turned them into one.
Oh, the irony.
Well, as a content creator, creating content.
I
love that.
I want you to know that Beardos and for Jay and Joe, this is what Riverside considers to be the amalgamation of all 3 of our voices.
I was going to say, it kind of sounds like Jay, but also it's got the deep voice of Anthony, and also it sounds kind of whiny and nasally and stupid like me.
How cringe.
Yeah.
That is what that is. It's supposed to be the amalgamation of our voices.
Wild. But now it kind of does make sense because it does seem like how I would slightly read that.
Should we call it J.I.?
And it even messed up at a couple points, so that makes sense.
It did a couple of times. I was like, oh, maybe that's part of the actual scripting. So anyways.
No,
yeah,
that's just the amalgamation of all 3 of our voices. It messes up sometimes.
Tammy Shaw, you officially have a voice now, and it's the amalgamation of all 3 of our voices.
Tammy
Maybe that's
Shaw,
part of your plan. Maybe it's part of your content creation.
Tammy also said Tammy's alive and sent a picture.
Oh, my God.
Come on, Elvira.
Okay.
Wait,
but
is that supposed to be the 3 of us? Because I'm kind of insulted.
She's got banging tits.
I know.
am a little insulted by the AI depiction of the 3 of us.
I will say, those 3 men are cute, but they do not look like any of us.
Well, now, hang on. The guy in the cowboy hat sort of does look like Jay.
Because it's laughing maniacally.
And he's got the little gay hand thing going on. Which seems like a Jay thing.
Like, I have my hand up in the car whenever I'm like listening to a song I like, so that's...
You have your hand up in the car because you're on your fucking phone.
No, that's on CarPlay now, and it does its own thing. Everything works in CarPlay now, finally. Acura had their little moment.
Are we sitting in shit?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out.
It looks like cookie dough. Or
I think it's supposed to be like sand because one of us is a cowboy, maybe?
And somebody's
also,
on fire.
The guy in the cage is on fire, and I'm assuming that's me, but bald.
Also,
or it's David Cummings from the No Sleep podcast, which honestly, it looks like him.
Can we look at the microphone for a minute? The little microphone that's also over the big microphone.
Now listen, the little microphone. Why are you hating so much on this AI? This is exactly how I want my AI to be. I want it to be noticeably AI.
Oh, I love it. I just am pinpointing all the funny things about it.
That's true. But all I can see are just her rockin' tits.
I like the Tetris pieces that are not Tetris pieces.
I also like how her, it's clearly like her thumb is here in the foreground, but then if you look behind the pseudo J, it looks like a thumb.
I was literally about to comment on that. I'm sitting there looking at my hand like, hold on.
Yeah.
Oops, all thumbs.
Well, Beardos, get ready for your new hosts of Beards and Sundries, these guys.
Elvira. Oh.
And my name's Tony. wait, who's our pseudo straight replacements for this podcast?
DJ
like
Dumb.
Mine would be Bill, obviously.
Sahorny Weaver?
Bill. Sahorny Weaver. No, that's gay.
Bill.
You can't
Jay's
get
is
that close
Danny,
to
and mine's Frankie.
Frankie. Oh yeah. With
Yeah.
Bill, Danny, and Frankie. Well, Bill maybe. No, I don't know. Bill,
Sorry,
Daniel,
Don't
and
they sound
Frankie.
awful?
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible podcast. What's this podcast called?
It's
The Terrible Podcast.
it's kind of ironic you picked the name Danny.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's a
Well,
that's a subconscious thing.
I was
Do we
like,
have any
oh,
more
did
emails?
I don't think so.
Well,
I
can
did
we
hear
talk
randomly though that someone loved our episode last week because it felt humanizing to recognize that we all have the same kinks, basically.
Yeah.
that is humanizing.
We're all little freaks.
Well, before we go to our boss battle, can we talk a little bit about our GTA Online session?
Yes.
I had some takeaways. Now, it did take us a minute to figure that out because we are stupid, but we did figure it out, and we all got on the same server, and we got out of the same room eventually. Jay needs to upgrade his system so we can all have our better save files, but that's okay. We still had a good time. We found out that Beardo Alex has great cars, and he knows how to include more accessibility to play because he was able to move his PC was able to play on Xbox server with us, so that did work out. Sarah was a great addition. She was hilarious, and she had like a banging outfit. We ended up playing in the casino and playing blackjack for like half an hour.
I still laugh about that. We all get on and we just go to the same table and we're playing blackjack and talking.
That
At
was
one
kind of
point-
wild. I was watching it and I was like, "Are you guys not playing GTA? You're just playing blackjack."
GTA has
yeah.
blackjack, so yeah, we're playing.
We at one point Jay had a Deluxo, which if you don't know is a DeLorean-inspired vehicle that can also actually fly in the game. And at one point he crashed it or fell out of it or something.
You guys
Or
killed me and I died.
Yeah, he got out like an idiot and we killed him. And then
You killed me!
yeah, and then we stole his car. Alex and I got in the car, and then we ran over Jay with it, and so we killed him again. All while cackling like idiots. But my favorite moment by far had to go to Beardo Sarah, because at one point we were on this bridge, and we were trying to all get in the same car, but then like someone drove off, and so Sarah and I just started like pummeling each other. She had a hatchet and I had a gun that I was like pistol whipping her with, and she didn't see my display name over my character, so she thought that I was like a regular NPC, and she just goes, "Why does this guy have a gun?" And I was like, "You dumb bitch, that's me." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I had to give it to her for her username, Slug Creature. That's A+.
Oh god, I love it.
And we found out that people can join in and they can just talk and chat. Like Aaron Choi came in for a while and he didn't play, but he was able to just kind of comment and talk and chat. So that was a lot of fun too.
So in the
fun
future,
hangout.
now that we understand this a little bit more, we can do these again and more Beardos. I'll be more informative on it because I didn't want to do too much if we were going to like struggle a lot, which we did for a good 45 minutes to an hour.
Figuring out headsets and things like that.
I think in the
I
future,
think figuring out the cross-platform stuff, but that's going to be the... I think if we did, like... Beardos, let us know, but I think if we did some Jackbox games, that could be fun.
oh my
Oh, yeah.
god, yeah, if we just like stream a Jackbox game, which I have them all on my Xbox too, so
Well, I've got them all on my PC. And
I've
Xbox.
got them all.
I've got them all.
Which PC's more accessible for everybody.
That's true.
I mean, it's...
So we'll see.
the one thing that's good about Jackbox is it's cross-platform regardless.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could just give out the code, right? You don't have to all
Yep.
be the same
Exactly.
Wi-Fi or anything.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you can just be like, "Here's the code, Pete."
I think
Yep.
I think actually, let's just say Jackbox is our next game night,
Let's do it.
and maybe
Yeah,
we can
for
like
sure.
do these monthly.
That'd be fun.
Works for me.
Because then even if you're not able to get into the game, you can still be in the audience and you can still participate.
Yeah, you could still participate. We could set up what is it, Discord again, where we're just streaming that one thing and
A voice chat.
we're all
Yeah.
talking.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, just get in Discord and we could do that. So
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Let's aim for that later in March.
Sounds
More
good.
details to come.
I was like, I am unavailable the middle of March, but later March I should be good.
Later in March, I think is probably
I think
the
that'll
better
work.
choice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, got that figured out.
Who's this week's boss battle?
My hunger.
Girl, I heard that today was
Yeah.
You know who the boss battle this week really was? Sleepy times. Naps.
Yeah.
Jesus
All
Christ.
of us taking naps before recording, and it's draining.
Apparently
That's
so.
wild. Okay, well, we defeated that with a nap, but you guys think it's time to... So now that we're awake and hungry, you think it's time to jostle on over to Crumbl Corner?
I was like, we got to do Crumbl Corner, and then we can move
Gotta
to
do
Cake
Crumbl
Time.
Corner. Okay, so for weekly flavors this week, March 1st through 7th, the first one, the Strawberry Biscoff Cookie, which is a Biscoff-packed cookie from the melty center to the crunchy topping. Ew. Finished with strawberry cream cheese, frosting blended with house-made jam, and a fresh strawberry slice.
Now, see, now a fresh strawberry slice is something you can put on a cookie because you can eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Now, Celia D says, I'm a Biscoff girly, so what can I say? Love the combination of Biscoff and strawberries.
I
A
just,
Biscoff girly.
I was like, I'm just tired of Biscoff anything.
It is
It's
kind of
a
everywhere.
popular thing, and they know who they're marketing to. People like, what is her name? Delia, what's her face?
Celia. Delia Dietz
Sure.
from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I mean, I'd try it.
Yeah.
This
I'd eat it.
next one looks fun. Next one's a nostalgia bomb. It's the Galaxy Brownie Cookie. A brownie cookie smothered in a warm fudge glaze and sprinkled with rainbow candy bits.
yeah.
I love cosmic brownies, you guys.
I love getting smothered in a warm fudge glaze.
With
I
ice
love to
cream
lick
over that
lovingly
sounds
around the
delicious.
center and then thrust my
Thrust my
tongue.
tongue in the middle.
I love to lick a lemon
it's
lollipop
so
and
good.
Lilyhammer.
Michaela C says, tastes just like a cosmic brownie. Heart eyes emoji. So, Michaela, I think you're onto something here. You might have cracked the code.
Although I feel like if it tastes just like a cosmic brownie, though, I would not just go get a cosmic
Buy
brownie.
some cosmic brownies because they're
cheaper.
way cheaper. And then I can dip them in fudge and I can lick lovingly around the center.
I don't know. Maybe that strawberry Biscoff one does sound good. The brownie
It
one
does look
is
good.
good for sure.
Yeah, the strawberry Biscoff one does look pretty good, though.
Okay,
I do love strawberry.
I do love strawberry. So next up, a very creative cookie here. Served warm, it's the cinnamon square. A moist, fluffy cinnamon square, marbled with brown sugar cinnamon butter and smothered with a light vanilla cream cheese frosting. Sounds good.
So I know you are anti-cake for Crumbl. I have to say, though, that a lot of these have been really good. I just happened to get the yellow cake with chocolate icing ones at work whenever we were celebrating a birthday, and it ended up being delicious. And I have a
This
feeling
one-
that this cinnamon roll is probably good.
I'd probably eat this one, honestly, because I love
There's one of
cinnamon roll.
those. There's one of those trolly, like, long comments left by a guy, but I'm not going to read all that. But this one by Stephen S. says, my wife says it best. What I hate about this cookie is that we didn't get 6 of them. This is this is by far the best thing you guys have made, hands down. Because it's not a cookie. It's a cinnamon roll.
It is weird how I definitely
Crumbl
need a
cinnamon
fork
rolls.
to eat these, though. Like, they're
Fork,
usually
for sure.
so crumbly. Or they're just...
Huh?
Well, it's right in the name.
I see what they're doing.
And then this last one seems a little lazy, but we'll see. It's the sea salt toffee cookie. A warm
I'll
and
tell ya.
delicious infusion of toffee and milk chocolate chips topped with a dash of flaky sea salt.
It looks pretty fucking great to me.
I want to
It
say
does.
the cookies that look boring from this company often are some of the best.
This one looks really good.
It's because they can't depend on icing and all of these fancy toppings to be
It's-
the flavor.
I've said it
Yeah.
before, and I'll say it again. Simple things executed well.
The
That's true.
cookie often has fantastic flavor in these scenarios. Doesn't mean all of them, but I've discovered that, like, these often are my favorite.
Now, this review by, oh my god, what a nightmare. Candice, spelled K-A-N-D-I-Y-C-E. Candice.
Why all the extra letters?
don't know.
Candace's mom and dad.
White people culture. We'll talk about that next week. But Candace says, listen, y'all have got to add this every week. I don't have anything against the chocolate chip. However, this sea salt toffee dominates. I don't care what anyone says. This is the best cookie y'all have. Sad to say, but I can literally eat the 4-pack of these in one day. Jesus. P.S. Taking some other reviewer's idea and freezing some next time. Imagine eating 4 of those at once.
One of these, I probably would.
I was like, that is making my stomach hurt.
Yeah. The butter. Girl, the butter.
And imagine eating dinner.
Yeah, seriously. But what a good round of Crumbl Corner. So, you guys think it's time for game time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
I'm oddly prepared this week, so yeah, let's do it.
I'm not at all.
prepared myself.
So this this is a game that we're going to call the cringiest noises we could cringe at.
Sure, that's a name.
Yeah, sure. So,
Insert
how
level
many
up
of these do you guys
sound.
have? I have 5.
I've got 5 as well.
I only had like 2 because I figured we'd like talk about them, and I was going to let you
Well,
guys
then let's do 3
do
apiece.
your thing.
Okay. All right, then let's do intro order. That means Anthony's first.
Oh, since Jay's. Okay, so this is one of the cringiest fucking noises on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on one second. That is
That
a chalkboard being erased. I hate nails on a chalkboard, but I fucking hate the sound of a chalkboard being erased.
Being erased?
Yeah.
Ooh, you know it's the worst is when you're erasing a chalkboard, or someone's erasing a chalkboard, and then their nail accidentally scratches the chalkboard as they're erasing. Ooh.
Yeah, it's both. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like, it feels like it just grinds against my personal being.
Yeah, it's something about it's bad.
Yeah, I hate it.
Huh.
All right, Jay, what's your first one?
So I didn't upload any, but I will do this little screen share. That is so fucking cringe
I don't know
for me.
why I didn't think about that, but I fucking hate that sound. It is so awful.
That
I hear
goddamn
it and I just
sound.
want to murder everybody.
Yeah, I don't use Teams myself, but I have heard it in like videos where people talk about the worst things about working in an office setting, and I bet that would be awful after a while. Okay.
Ugh.
My first one is inspired by my intro, and here we go.
I knew this was coming.
Just why the yelling? I get you're excited, but screaming? Screaming,
Yeah,
really?
no.
Screaming? Dial it back. Learn how to put that on the inside, like we all do. Ugh.
Let me make sure this is the right one. Okay, well, I guess we'll just see it live.
I take it you guys don't like kids.
I don't like fucking kids, and I hate screaming kids. It's just like the worst. I get so irrationally upset about it.
A lot of it for me is not the child itself, it's the parent who's not doing anything. Parent your fucking kids.
I think that's a lot of it. Yeah, I think that's what pisses me off. It's not just, it is, the kid is not to blame here.
The parent is.
Yeah.
All right, Jay
Jay is
what's your
still
next one,
looking.
girly?
I'm trying to find it. I can't find the sound, but it's the video that I shared at the end of the year where I was going to make fun of Anthony, and it's like, Anthony. That's one of the most annoying sounds. Anthony.
Anthony. We
Well,
gotta
since
get
he
back on
can't
track
find
on
that,
that.
I
Here's a
know.
bonus
I'm
one for
so
me.
mad I can't find it. I've been digging
Here's
everywhere.
a bonus one for me.
Oh,
that-
Anthony,
that
Anthony.
I don't like the sound of other people doing this, but I know that I do it.
And that, of course, was Jay's visit today to his penile doctor.
It's supposed to be the sound of soup slurping or noodle slurping.
See, that's tricky, too, because ramen, you're supposed to slurp it.
You're supposed to, which I do. I'm 100% like that.
So, Jay, is that the sound your doctor makes right after he says, let's take a look under the hood?
Close enough.
So that's a yes. Yeah. Okay, I'll do another one then. This is a sound that I don't know if it's cringy for me, because I like when Jay does it, but it's cringy for others. When you do the little ricochet noise after it too.
I think I'm gonna start going spatoon. That'll be how I do it. It's spatoon, right? Yeah. I was like, spatoon.
Were you confused with the video game Splatoon?
I actually don't know. I doubted myself if I remember the word well enough. I remember my dad literally had one.
Oh my god.
Spatoon.
I believe that.
God, we were such trash.
Jay, you got another one?
I do, and I know you guys are going to appreciate how right I am with this one. And share audio.
The best and the finest. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending them. They're not sending you. They're not sending you.
I couldn't find the clip I wanted.
They're
fast
sending
enough.
people that have lots of problems.
But
That's
Trump,
enough.
Trump
Thank
cringes.
you.
Trump.
Yeah,
makes me
please. I was
cringe
like,
a
I don't know
lot.
why you kept it going so long.
Well, because I couldn't get back to the X fast enough.
Oh, that's what I've heard.
Not that one. Sorry, the
Oh.
X button.
Here's something that's like sort of on par for me with that exact same thing that we just listened to. This one really gets me.
I've got to go shit before I shit my pants.
That's the sound of one jalapeno slice.
Anthony, can you just take a picture of that next time?
Yeah, sure. Here it is in a nutshell.
I've got to go shit before I shit my pants.
Okay.
I wish I remember what that was in context to.
We made buzzers forever.
Yeah, I know, but I had to have made that sound for you to make the buzzer.
I don't remember.
And I wish I remember what we were talking about.
It was like a break or something.
I spent way too long finding deep cuts for buzzers, and now I can just go fucking search them with text.
All right, so my next one is inspired by things like the Starbucks cup drop every year, Ray Dunn home furnishings, Stanley cups, Hatchimals being restocked. Basically, people that drive GMC Yukon Denali's and the way that they act in public. So here it is. Play it.
This goes on for 30 seconds.
Oh my god, it does.
And it
Thank
also
you.
makes me think of those Hallelujah videos.
Hallelujah.
And it's the hats, those stupid wide brim hats they wear with their blonde highlights. Oh man. Okay, so that's going to be great for next week's episode. I'm so ready.
I know. I actually just thought of a game for next week's episode.
Perfect.
I like how this episode, I'm like, I'm tired. What's the next one?
What's the next one we're doing?
Seriously.
Well, Beardos, I do think that I hear the music coming back on, and it
And
is
it's this.
closing.
Oh my god, it goes on. Excuse me. You know, a fun fact about Beethoven when he wrote that. It was a song about him going deaf and how sad he was, and that's why he farted so much.
I've got to tell you, I was looking for noises that are cringy, and I came across that song, and I have not laughed that hard since I found the music for the Only Farts commercial.
But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 and leave a voicemail to open next week's episode. Oh my god, please.
And Beardos, I can almost hear that rap battle air horn that us millennials are so obsessed with. So it's time to go. If you would like to help us out, go and subscribe to the podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any additional sundries that we add to the market.
And don't forget to rate us 5 sea salt toffee cookies and leave a review. Those reviews are what get us found by more awesome listeners like you, NFTs. Each one of you could like and subscribe and tell a friend. That would totally be so great.
Go check us out on our socials, where you can watch us post some things, and then you can also go to our website, beardsandsundries.com, where you can buy some merch. And And then I want you to email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com, where we'll read your content out on a show. Oh my god!
I can't do that.
Fucking
So,
loser.
from the three of us, shop clerks here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to...
Girl, you need to love yourself.
Because, you know, we already love you so
We love you
fucking
so
much. So
And you're
fucking
valid.
much.
You're
You
so
so
fucking
much.
valid.
We love you, and you are
everything.
valid. And you know what? He
love
fucking
you so much.
sucks. And you should just
Crumbl
be
Corner.
better than him.
Sucks,
You
and you're
deserve
so
better.
amazing.
Bye, kiddos. I got vomited on.
Lord.
It was
Flex.
Well, you're welcome.